All right, you're going to join me for dinner tonight as well. But this is going to be a little different because actually we're having breakfast for dinner. So far I've started, I have a pound of mild pork sausage right here. And I'm going to cut up a red pepper. And that'll be the beginning of all this fun stuff here. Okay, so I'm just going to turn on my meat to medium high. And I'm going to take a spatula like so, and I'm going to break it up into smaller pieces.
Just wants to break apart. Just wants to break apart.
Okay, we're just going to cover that and let that cook a little while. Okay, and while our meat is browning, I'm going to cut up this here red onion. Easiest way to cut up a onion like this is red pepper. This is not an onion. Don't call it an onion. You just cut the top off, and you got the middle here. You just cut around that. Take the middle, twist it out, and got a pretty clean middle. Okay, now we're just going to slice it in half. You just don't want them to be too big to where they're not going to cook evenly, and you're going to end up with some crunchy ones and some non-crunchy ones, and nobody wants that. Okay, so our meat is starting to brown here. I'm just going to break it up into smaller pieces. All right, now it's about half cooked, so I'm going to add my red pepper. Okay, now we're just going to combine them. And cover them. Let them get soft. While we're waiting for that, I'm going to start on the hash browns, which are actually just tater tots. And they're going to go in the air fryer. Okay, so these are the tater tots. I am going to put them in my air fryer that is already preheated at 360 degrees. Okay, so our sausage is pretty much completely browned. I'm now going to take some of it and add it to my separate pan over here for the gravy. I made the mistake of putting the peppers in before separating. I didn't think about that. But that's okay. It'll still taste good, I'm sure. Just add a little more color and flavor to it. Okay. Don't need a lot, just enough to give it some of that breakfast flavor that you want in your gravy there. At least that's how I like my sausage gravy. So that's probably about half a cup of sausage. Covering that back up. Okay, so I am going to take a pretty big scoop, probably about 2 tablespoons of cornstarch, and you add that directly to your meat. And then combine it all together there. Or coat it up the best you can. Okay. Now I'm going to turn that on to medium heat. Again, we're going to take half a stick of butter. Nah, we'll do 3 tablespoons of butter. Not half. Okay. And regular milk here. And I'm just covering the meat. And then I am going to add me a splash of cream just to make it nice and thick. Okay. And then we're just going to let all of that get to know each other here for a second while I throw my lid back on it. Okay. And it's looking, ooh, steamy. Yes, okay, so my onions are pretty much soft. Okay, so I'm going to now put this in a bowl and to the side so that I can cook my eggs. Okay. Now, there is a decent amount of oil in here, but I'm still going to add a tiny bit of avocado oil. And I didn't turn my pan off, but I am turning it down all the way to medium. So we're going to add a little bit of oil and a wee tablespoon of butter. While that melts, I'm going to stir this over here just to make sure everything is incorporating well. Okay, I'm actually going to put the rest of this milk in here because we need actual amount of gravy here. Boom. Okay. All right, so our butter is nice and bubbly. Okay, let's take our eggs. And I'm just going to flop these right in here. Now, normally when it comes to like this kind of situation, I would put it in a bowl and then mix it all together. But I'm going to use a lot of eggs. And anybody that's been watching me for any amount of time knows I like to use the least amount of dishes as possible. I'm already using 2 pans and a bowl, and that seems a little excessive to me. We do not have a dishwasher. My husband and I are the dishwashers. So, oh, I guess someone's getting a little extra calcium. I don't think that's where that was supposed to go. I don't know. Well, that was awful. Okay. Mix those up so they don't get fried in their current state. Okay. Right. That's 3. I'm going to probably do like 10 eggs. I'm not even joking. I know, I must be a millionaire. Seven, 8. Yeah, I'm actually just going to do 9. It's 3 per person. That's pretty good. Okay, I'm now going to add me a splash of heavy cream. And then a couple spoonful. I'm going to say like actually like a cup equivalent of cottage cheese. Once again, adding protein. Okay, I'm going to mix it all up. Make sure to break those yolks. Beautiful. Okay. Doing salt. Pepper. I bet you couldn't guess, but some smoked paprika. Oh yeah, look at that beautiful color. Okay, now this might be a little controversial and it might not work how I want it to, but I'm actually going to take like half this mixture and I'm going to add it to the meat and peppers I have over here in a bowl. Now I'm going to put that down like so and cover her. I'm trying to make kind of like an omelet, but it really might just end up like scrambled eggs. Okay, let's check on our gravy over here. Okay, so our butter is melting. Might need a little more cornstarch, but only time will tell. While that is cooking, I'm going to turn the heat up a slight bit. I'm going to add smoked paprika, pepper, salt, and thyme. Also going to add a bit of garlic. And a splash of onion powder. You could also hit this with a little bit of crushed red pepper, but I'm not going to do that because we're having it for dinner, and my son can't have spicy stuff after a certain amount of time. Okay, so our eggs are cooking, our gravy is cooking, and I'm going to check on the tater tots, so I'll be back in a moment. Okay, so our bottom egg section here is just about fully cooked. It's still got a little bit of liquid on top, which is great because I don't want it to get too dry because I am going to have to cook the rest of the eggs. So for now, what I'm going to do is I'm going to throw some cheese down. I'm using Monterey Jack. It's mine and my son's favorite. Whoop! You know, when you're making multiple things at once, sometimes things boil over a little bit here. Okay, we're going to turn those back down. That boiled fast. Okay. Keep a wooden spoon in there. It won't boil over the wooden spoon. Okay, so we got our cheese. We're going to add back in the eggs and our meat and peppers. And then I'm going to, once again, more cheese. We're going to season again here too. Okay, so pepper, salt, smoked paprika, and lid. Perfect. Now let's work on this mess. Okay. All right, well, it is thickening up, which is great, but it's got like no spice whatsoever. So I am going to add more black pepper. A little more onion powder. A bit more smoked paprika. Just for fun, some regular paprika. Oh, it's good. I'm fighting a container. Okay. Okay, and then I'm going to add some oregano. I feel like it's missing that. I could be wrong, but I don't think I am. Okay. It might be the red pepper that I'm missing, to be completely honest. I prefer hot sausage, and I'm using mild because, like I said, it's dinner time. It's my son's not allowed to eat. Okay, now let's see, is that better? And yes, I'm using a different finger every time. Yeah, that's better. Need salt. That's an easy fix. Get the big guns out. Salt. cover partially. Turn down to a simmer. Hey, let's check this guy. This guy's still cooking. It's great. I'll go check on those hash browns. They were just about, not hash browns, they're tater tots. I don't know why I keep calling them that. They were just about done though. So I'll go check on those and I'll come back with hopefully an update that they're ready to go. Okay, so they're pretty well toasted. Now I'm totally changing the way I was going to do this, and I'm actually going to just plop these right on top of my eggs here because, yeah, I think it'll be really good. Yeah, good ideas. I have good ideas. Sometimes. Okay, and you know what? I feel like it's going to need, but you can't guess. No, I wasn't going to say smoked paprika. More cheese. Honestly, you might as well just go in with the whole bag. I bought this cheese specifically for this. So. All right. Now, I don't want the stuff on the bottom to get too cooked, so I'm also going to turn this down and just let that cheese melt. And then once it's melted, I'm going to add the gravy straight on top, and then I will present it to you as a completed product, and we'll give it a taste. I have a feeling it's going to be pretty bomb. I've been craving this all day today. I've never made it before, but I just really wanted an omelet and some hash browns. But I also didn't want to go to a restaurant because they don't have gluten-free gravy, my guy. Anyways, so yeah, I'm going to try to clean this mess up. That's what I'm going to do. It's probably not going to go well, but yeah. Okay, so I mostly got that cleaned up. But I was going to just do the gravy, but I thought you guys might want to see that. Also, that looks pretty bomb, if I dare say so. So I'm just literally going to pour this gravy right over top. I mean, to be fair, that looks absolutely delicious. Okay, so I'll come back with it served up and we'll taste it together. Okay, so here's our finished product. Me no speak good. Me eat good. Me cook good. Okay, let's give it a try. So again, this is really, really hot. So I want to get a little bite of everything, including a hash brown. Tater tot. My goodness. Stinking tater tot. Okay. Ooh, did you see that cheese pull? I have a feeling this is going to be so unbelievably hot. Okay. You guys. This honestly might be one of the best things I've ever made. I don't know. I just know I'd eat that. And you should as well. Have a good one.